Solo Loke Tango. You're very welcome. Let's put that in there.
Where are you from? The Honduras?
From the United States. Yes. Where are you from?
Ukraine.
Oh, okay, okay. How long have you been living here?
3 years.
3 years? Okay. Nice. Well, thank you so much. You too. And say bye.
AG3 Family. AG3 Family. Travel is a very fun treat with the AG3 Family. Taking off a 1, 2, 3 with the AG3 Family. It's expat living indeed with the AG3 Family. Sit tight and buckle your seats with the AG3 Family.
Que pasa, AG3 fam?
Bienvenidos
Welcome.
to another episode of the AG3 Family. How y'all doing? ¿Cómo está? Okay, so in today's episode, we're going to have a conversation about some real things that are going on. We know the current state of America. We know the global issues that we're having. So this episode is for us to really just put some things into perspective for you guys and just to ask yourself a question. Is it time to leave America? You know, is it time? That's a question that we actually asked ourselves years ago, and that is why we made the move here. So that is what we're going to talk about today. So you don't want to miss this message. You don't want to miss this episode. We're going to get into some real topics that may be related to you and maybe can help you make the decision as to whether or not you need to make the move out of America. And is it time to go?
Let's talk about it.
So this particular video is not about Spain per se. It's about the expat and the expat life. It's about being a foreigner, being an immigrant, being someone as Americans living in a foreign country. So it's not necessarily say, come to Spain. No, there are so many other countries and islands and different places that people can go if they no longer want to live in America. But we're just coming to you guys as immigrants. And here's our take. So can you talk a little bit about that? Like, what are the main reasons why Americans are feeling like it's time to get up and leave?
One of the things that I've heard was just when I talked about the American fatigue is the cliche feeling of trying to complete the American dream, the trying to keep up with the bills to make sure everybody's good, just to live, just to eat when stuff is going up. Your paycheck stays the same. You know, that is the main concern that I've heard people are having. And I will be honest, since we've been here, worrying about my paycheck staying the same and the prices of living going up, it's not been a thing. Worrying about whether or not I'm gonna be able to pay the rent or pay the light bill or pay the electric bill has not been a thing. You know, that in and of itself can give you a good comparison to just sort of the lifestyle that we're living, and it's nothing that we can boast about, but it's a blessing that God has allowed us to have. And we made the step, we took the jump, we took the leap, and I think we benefited. I think we capitalized on it. Well, I don't think, I know we did. The worry level that I have is minimal. You know what I mean? And that's the difference between living here and living in the States. Like, your worry level changes. Are there always things that you have to be concerned about? Absolutely. But it changes. That is just a blessing in and of itself. And that's just to put it into perspective for anybody who's just kind of thinking, you're like, I don't really know if I want to make this move. Yeah, it's tough. it's not an easy thing to do that because you're coming out of a comfort zone. Coming out of anybody's comfort zone is going to be a difficult task. But I will tell you, at the end of the day, to not have to worry about these little ones, about Joy, about Amari, it takes a load of stress off of you. It takes a load of stress off of you. And then other stresses will come, but that's fine. I can deal with that. I can deal with that as a man, and I'm fine with that. But their safety is not a level of concern.
Okay, so when I look at my life and look at my kids, the most important thing for us as parents are our kids. They are the priority to keep them safe. And when it comes to safety and stability, I feel like many places in the United States of America that's lacking, especially for a Black American family. So coming here to Spain, you know, we felt like it was so much more safe. For example, they can go to the park by themselves and play. And so I feel like a lot of parents, a lot of American parents are starting to look at the state of the United States and see and realize that, man, it's really not safe to raise your kids anymore. Some parts are, of course, but many parts of the United States is no longer safe to raise your kids. And that was the main thing that me and Amos thought about when we decided to move to a different country. Oh, the bells. Abby, hear the bell?
It's coming from a bill.
Aaron, show us where it's coming from.
The Giralda?
Up to the
The Giralda. The Moorish temple, or the Moorish.
Oh, you can see it. You can see it.
Oh, yeah.
I can see it ringing.
And ringing it.
One of the leading causes of divorce and depression is finances. A lot of people fall into depression because they can't pay their bills and they're so stressed and have so much anxiety worrying about how am I going to pay my next bills, how am I going to pay my insurance and all those things. And so there's always things to worry about in life. So we're not saying that it'll be perfect when you move to a different country, but when you move to a different country that's more affordable, that weight is lifted off of your shoulders. So you're going to have less anxiety, you're going to have less depression because, you know, that you're not worrying about bills and you're not worrying about finances. You know what I mean? So, God bless you. You got tissue in your back and your purse. So a lot of the people, and a common thing nowadays is having a side hustle. A side hustle is an additional job to your main job, so extra income. So just like people have a side hustle or an extra job or income, you can have a life plan B. So your life plan B would be leaving or moving to a different country. And so that's something to think about. Like if you can have a side hustle, you can also have a side life plan B. You know what I mean? Which would be moving overseas and moving to a different country.
You know what? Because side hustles used to not be a thing. Now it's a thing. Now you got to think about, do I got enough? Oh no, Bird Alley. Oh,
Yeah,
no. Let's cross the street.
Let's cross the street and let's
Right,
go.
right.
Yeah. I was about to say let's cross the street and go back where we came, right?
Let's go underneath the tree area.
Go to bring it to good.
Yeah, I bet
Look,
you.
it's Aaron's favorite team. Real.
We got to get him another jersey.
And Abby. Real Betty. Real Betty.
Look at me.
Hey.
So interesting fact about Abby, she is 8 years old. She will actually be 9 years old in 2 months. So, but Abby, you've been living here since basically you were a baby. So how do you like your life here in Spain?
I I feel pretty good, and I prefer being here than the United States of America. There's a bunch of fun things to do. I make a lot of friends from different countries, and I just love being here.
Okay. Now, do you remember a little bit, like, when we go visit Nana and Papa, when we visit family back in the States, do you remember how it is and how it was? Did you enjoy your life over there as well?
Yes, I remember.
Okay. What about Spanish? Do you still feel like speaking Spanish is difficult for you, or do you feel like it's just normal for you?
It's just normal for me because I came here when I was little, and I just started learning probably when I was 1, probably like when I was 2, so
Right.
I know a lot of Spanish now.
Okay, very good. So a lot of ways to keep kids entertained, the mentality in the United States is spending money, like movies, theme parks, trampoline, like everything was so expensive to kind of keep them entertained. Here, I feel like, especially in southern Spain, and Spaniards are very resourceful. And so you can see kids at the park for hours on end, and that's their entertainment. You can see kids just walking around with their friends around the town, seeing things, and that's their entertainment. Like, it doesn't cost a lot of money. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money to have a good time for younger kids here. And that is one of a great benefit that I would say. Did I expound on that good? Aaron, do you like living here in Spain?
Yes.
What is one of your favorite things about living here in this country?
Okay, let me think. It's all my friends that I miss so much.
So, okay, I'm glad he mentioned that, because the thing in, I don't want to make it sound like we're bashing the United States, but bullying and cyberbullying is a huge thing within just the whole society, not just the United States. But him being on the spectrum, I don't know how it would have been with him being in a public school system or in a school system in the States. I imagine that he might have gotten bullied, that he might have been treated or ostracized because he's different. But here, the 2 schools that he's been to, all his classmates have treated him with kindness and treated him with love. And so that is something that I will never forget and that we appreciate. So you hear him even now. So preschool up until the 4th grade. And they were like family to him.
That's what kind of
And then
friends
now this new school that he's been with the whole school year, same thing. They've treated him with kindness, with love, and with respect. And they always encourage him. So that's something that, we may not have gotten in the United States. And so, yeah, another prime example. He has had the time and the resources for us to be able to see that he's great. He's a great Minecraft. He's a great gamer. He's a great music producer. He plays all types of instruments and have learned how to play the guitar, the piano, the drums, and all those things. That it's like he's being, many gifts and talents are being unlocked within him because we have the freedom and the mind frame to do that. Okay, thank you, sir. You sound great. All right, Amari in here practicing his guitar like he always does. I just wanted to ask you a few questions, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel being a Black American or American expat living in Spain? Basically, so Amari was 8 years old when we first moved here. He's now 15 years old. So basically, you grew up here in Spain. And what I was telling our audience was that because he grew up here, Spain and the culture has become a part of who he is. So can you expound a little bit on that for me?
I mean, being Black in Spain, it, I guess automatically not segregates you, but like
You're an
sets you
outcast.
apart. Yeah,
Gotcha.
It sets you apart. You're automatically an outcast.
Yeah.
For not being like everyone
European.
else. Yeah, for not being like everyone else's, and that's just the reality of it. Of living in a country where, like, you know, people are mostly closed-minded. Like,
Okay.
I'm being totally honest. Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or nothing, but like most people here are pretty closed-minded. Closed-minded, you know.
When you say closed-minded, specifically, what do you mean?
I would say like
I've always said just having a lack of knowledge about other cultures.
Right.
Basically,
Unculturized, basically.
Okay.
Like, something like that.
they have a lack of exposure to
Yeah.
other cultures.
Right.
Okay.
Because they're so used to their traditions and, you know, and there's stuff that like they don't even, it's like they don't even know that there's other traditions and, you know,
Other cultures.
other cultures and all that.
Which you kind of understand part of that, but then part of it you don't understand because we're from America and there's so many different cultures and countries and different
Right.
people. You know, America's a melting pot.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you feel, this is my take. My take on Amari is that he was 8 years old when we first moved to Spain. He grew up here, but as from his own words, he's always felt like an outsider. Me as a mother, what I watched when he got to that social age, him bounce around from pandilla to pandilla, meaning young. I see him bounce from friendship to friendship. I see him try to find his place. And over the years, he would hang out with this crowd and that crowd, and this wasn't quite right, and this crowd wasn't quite right. And it all was because he, you know, is different. He will always be different, and that's okay. So to me, the crowd that he ended up feeling most accepted was by socially what you would consider outcasts. So I would say the young kids that they love rock and roll. They wear their dark clothes.
I mean,
and okay, so from a 39-year-old, I would say the gothic style type kids, or what they would be considered in the society outsiders. That's just the truth of it. So, so to me, that was a crowd that he felt most accepted. And so till this day, a lot of his close friends are like that. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I did see him go through the stages of looking for friendship and feeling like an outcast, you know what I mean? So if you had advice about other young black boys or other young expats or other young Americans that wanted to move here and like teenagers, what advice would you give them? Keep in mind, we're not necessarily talking about Spain in particular. It could be Costa Rica. It could be any other country in the world besides America. If they wanted to go and live, if their family said we're moving, what advice would you give other young teenagers to kind of, that could help them adjust better?
I mean, I would just say be ready, because like you never know what's coming your way. Like, don't expect it to be like a good and perfect experience. Like, you know, being a foreigner, it automatically puts you aside, like I said. But I don't know, just don't expect the best, honestly.
Okay. So, would you say that you're happy here? Would you say you're content here, or?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, because you saying all that, like I get it. You realize that you're an outsider, and you realize that you're put in a category with local Spaniards.
And I'm not saying it in a bad way. Like, I'm fine with that, because you know, people here aren't really.
Okay.
Honestly, like not everybody, but most people have the same mentality. Like,
Got it.
come on.
Hola. Sure.
Tipo de
Let's
calabaza.
try.
Pumpkin seeds.
Okay, gracias. Is this sunflower seeds?
Pumpkin seeds.
Ah, okay.
Caramelized.
Pumpkin seeds.
Yeah. Would you like some?
No, it's okay. Thank
You
you.
like some? Pumpkin seeds.
Thank you. It's pretty good.
Don't want to buy none?
Yeah, we might as well.
Is it good? It's good? How good is it? What do you think? Is it? I think you like it.
We also have sunflower seeds if you like them.
Okay. But do you have these here, the caramelized ones?
Yeah, this one's.
Oh, this one is? Oh, this one right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Hola. Está bueno.
Gracias.
Está bueno, ¿eh?
Can Aaron have that?
No, sí. Sí. This one, I don't think it has eggs. I don't think. No, creo. Creo que no.
Estados Unidos.
¿Estados Unidos?
Sí.
De Florida.
¿Florida?
Sí.
Muchas gracias.
A ti. Adiós.
Luego.
Bye. Can I do what? Yeah.
I know. It's tough, isn't it? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna stay? Are you gonna make a move? A lot of questions going through your head. I get it. We went through it all, but we're humans, we're resilient, we're smart. We have minds that can do things that we don't think we're capable of doing. This move to Spain was very hard, but it worked and we did it. So if you're contemplating making a move, don't think too hard. Just plan and execute. Talk with your family. And you know what? Not everybody's gonna understand your dream. Not everybody's gonna understand your vision to move abroad. But if you understand it, if you feel comfortable, then just go for it. She just took that.
She did. Solo lo que tengo. You're very welcome. Let's put that in there.
Where are you from?
From the United States. Yes. Where are you from?
UK.
Oh, okay, okay. How long have you been living here? 3 years. Okay. Nice. Well, thank you so much. You too. And say bye.